Hey guys, it's Radiant Breeze doing a Far Cry 4 PS4 edition review. I know this review is late and I apologize because of this. Let's start Far Cry 4's review off with its world design. Far Cry 4 takes place in the massive country of Kirat. Exploring the vast and beautiful lands of Kirat is simply a joy that you find in very few games these days. Far Cry 4 has an open world design, which is very similar to Far Cry 3's. Kirat's world design mostly emphasizes on nature. Kirat's design shows that living things can overwhelm you easily if you're not careful. If you're smart enough, you can use this world design against your enemies. Kirat's world design is intelligent, massive, and tons of fun to explore. Next, let's get to Far Cry 4's gameplay. Far Cry 4's gameplay is great. The amount of things you can do in Kirat are massive. Although most of the things you can do in Kirat get repetitive, there's still tons of fun to play. The variety of things you can do in Kirat go from car races to hunting vicious animals. The activity I enjoyed most was capturing outposts. The reason I enjoyed capturing outposts so much was because you could approach the enemies at the outposts in any way you would like. To capture an outpost, you would need to kill all the enemies at the outpost. You could eliminate these enemies in whatever way pleases you. You could approach them on the back of an elephant, or you could go in with stealth. I'd have to say, the best part of Far Cry 4's gameplay would have to be the amount of ways you could approach your goals or challenges. Far Cry 4 is obviously a first-person shooter. I'm not an FPS fan, but I personally enjoy the hell out of Far Cry 4's first-person shooter aspects. It looks realistic and is very smooth. Far Cry 4 has a massive amount of weapons. The weapons in this game are mostly guns, but you can use bows for a more stealthy approach or missile launchers. The controls in this game are phenomenal. Sure, a lot of other FPSs use these controls, but they're still great. The crafting system in Far Cry 4 is fun and is beyond extraordinary. Sure, there isn't much items to craft, but there sure are many items to enhance. The materials needed to craft are found in different limited areas throughout Kirat. Most of the materials are found off in animals. This gives players a reason to go hunting and exploring for animal materials out in Kirat. I personally think this is a great crafting system that thoroughly embellishes this game's hunting system. The inventory system in this game is simple and works. It separates weapons with materials and ammo. Far Cry 4 has a great leveling system. You can choose between perks for the elephant aspect or the vicious tiger aspect. The tiger aspect usually has more to do with combat, while the elephant aspect has more to do with interacting with nature. I believe this leveling system is great. The only problem I have with Far Cry 4's leveling system would be it doesn't have any depth. I wish Ubisoft made this leveling system so that the more you do something, the better you get at the ability you do. This would make Far Cry 4's leveling system incredible. The weapon designs in Far Cry 4 aren't great, but they aren't bad. They're fun to play with, but just aren't creative. Far Cry 4's multiplayer is immersive and is tons of fun. It has many entertaining modes that work well and will last you hundreds of hours and hours of gameplay. You play as either a member of the Golden Path or a skilled bowman with extra powers. The Golden Path are usually equipped with guns and heavy firepower, while the bowmen have invisibility, bow, and animal advantages. This levels out Far Cry 4's gameplay immensely. Next, let's talk about Far Cry 4's story. Far Cry 4's story is horrendous. It is uninteresting and feels extremely rushed. The climax in Far Cry 4's story isn't good and is extremely disappointing. The plot of Far Cry 4 is about the character you play as, AJ Gale, wanting to spread his mother's ashes in Kirat, her home country. This seems like a great plot, but executes poorly due to a forgettable main villain and repetitive main missions. Now let's get to Far Cry 4's graphics. The graphics in Far Cry 4 aren't beautiful. The textures are detailed and the mixtures of colors are realistic and are truly breathtaking. You can truly see the effort put into this game's graphics. The Far Cry 4's audio is mediocre. The soundtrack isn't great, but the voice acting in this game is exceptional and feels realistic. Gunshots in this game feel intimidating and are great. Far Cry 4 is a great game, but is left desperate by its horrendous story, empty leveling system, and forgettable main villain. Now to the verdict. I give Far Cry 4 an 8.2 out of 10. Thanks for watching my Far Cry 4 review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you're seeing, please leave a like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys later.